Hey, thank you guys for joining me for another tutorial. Today we're going to be working on a swirl tumbler using acrylic paint, and I'm going to be using pink and white acrylic paint. I'm just going to go ahead and get my gloves, and I've already have my paint mixed. So I'm using pink acrylic paint that I got from Walmart. And I am using white acrylic paint that I got from Walmart. Super inexpensive. I get the 99-cent bottle ones. Sometimes they're on sale 2 for $1. Okay. So I have here a 25-ounce Hydro Sport water bottle from Hog. Stainless Depot. That's where I order it from online. I get them in bulk. So right now, what I've done is I've prepped the tumbler, which means I have sanded, I have cleaned it with alcohol, and now I have spray painted it, not full coverage, but I've just got some pink spray paint on it for right now. That word is such a tongue twister for me. Anyways, that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna do a swirl, and we're gonna jump right into it. Go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment. So here I already have my white. I don't know if you remember in my previous video where I did the orange and black dirty pour, I was telling you guys that I store my paint in containers, and this is one of the containers that I was talking about, and I get this from Amazon. And pretty much I have in here white paint already mixed up with the Floetrol, and I just shake it and I can just reuse it. And it comes with a top on it, so it's sealed. It won't get dried up or anything. Because there are just certain colors that, you know, I just use over and over and over and over. Alright, so that's my white. And my throat is a bit scratchy. I think I'm coming down with something. I hope not. So that's my white. And then here I already mixed my pink up. So this method, I'm just going to drizzle it over the tumbler and let the tumbler just turn, and it will get its own shape, its own pattern, its own design. I'm going to show you a cup that I did with the same technique. So this one right here is another swirl. This was with pink, hot pink, and purple. Okay. And it came out very, very pretty. So we're going to go ahead and do a pink and white one. So here we go. I'm going to start with the white. And pretty much I just go in a zigzag method, just like that. Just to get the paint all over it. It will all flow together after you get it completely covered with the paint. It's all going to flow together. So I'm just going to drizzle some on the bottom right there so that I can start getting coverage on the bottom of my cup. Okay? I'm not going to use too much white. I don't want the white to take over the cup. So now that we've got some white on here, we're going to go in with our pink. And we're just going to drizzle it on there. And it's just going to turn, and they're going to mix together, and they're going to make a beautiful combination. Beautiful combination. Please check me out on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at Donna K Creative Designs. You can follow me on Facebook. You can also join my Facebook group, Craft with DK. We have some talented people in that group. We bounce ideas off each other, and we try to be as creative as can be. And that's what, you know, I'm really proud of my group. You know, that's what, when I decided to start a group, one of my goals was to just have an environment that's positive, where we can all learn from each other. We're not, you know, holding information in from each other because that's not going to get us anywhere. Like, if I have information, I want to share it with you so that you know, you can avoid some of the mistakes that we've made, some of the mistakes that I've made, and we just learn from each other. We're really a community that just helps each other out. So again, it's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just trying to get the base of the cup completely covered. And then it will twirl and do its own thing. I just did a live in my group last night, and we did the air blow technique on a tumbler. It came out so beautiful, guys. When I get done adding this paint on here, I'll show you guys. So getting it to the tip, I tape the top, and then when the paint dries, I'll just remove that, and I haven't had any issues with doing it that way. So I went ahead, and so that's how I get the paint all the way on the top of the tumbler or the water bottle, whatever it is that I'm making at the time. So right now the goal is just to cover up all those empty spaces that don't have no paint on it yet. Oopsie. I didn't mean for that to happen. I poured a whole block of pink right there. You can see it right there. It doesn't look bad, but that's not what I was trying to do. So anywhere I see like a little open spot, I'm just dripping the paint there. Don't want to go back in with the white just yet. I want to try to get as much pink on here as possible. My throat, y'all. Oh my gosh. My throat hurts. This is a simple technique, really easy to do. Like I said, the paints, Walmart always has them on sale in their craft section for 99 cents. Sometimes 2 for $1. And I just go right in there and just scoop them up. Hopefully you guys can see the spots that I'm trying to fill in on here. Right in there, yep. Then this will dry. I'll let it spin for the rest of the day. Right now it's about 2:30. I'll let it spin for the rest of the day, spin all night. Then tomorrow it'll be all dry, and I'll come down here and I will epoxy it. I use Rizzo UV epoxy. It's a 2-part epoxy, part A and part B. You mix them together, and when I tell you guys that it gives a glass finish like no other, a glass finish like no other. It's by far the best epoxy I have ever used. Which, I mean, I've only used, let me correct that, okay? It's not like I've used a whole bunch of epoxy. I've used Illuminite, and I've tried art resin, and I can just let you know right now, art resin did not work out for me, and I will never buy it again. It was a waste of my 60 bucks. So I have some little bubbles that's popping up under the paint. I'm just popping them. Wow, she's looking great already. Go back in with my pink. Try to get all those spots where I can still see the base color that I painted the cup. It's gonna be pretty. You can do this with any color, as many colors as you choose. Whatever colors you choose, you can put on there. And it looks like I got pretty much everywhere covered already. And I like it. I think it's gonna be very pretty. Make sure you guys leave me a comment about colors that you'd probably like to try. You know, I have a ton of acrylic paint up there. I may actually have the colors that you'll suggest already. And I can just go ahead and hop on here and do a video real quick. If you join my Facebook group, we can do it in a live. We can do it together. We can craft together. We all get our supplies and we just do it. So I'm just gonna finish up here. You can just watch me do it. So my entire cup is covered. I'm gonna check at the top in a minute. And that's always a tricky spot. Looks gorgeous. And drop some more of this white up here. Just a couple more drops of the white. That's it. I'm not putting any more white on it. I put my top on the white and put it away. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think I got everywhere covered. If I see anywhere that I didn't get covered, I'll just drop some paint there. I think I saw a spot. Yep, right there. So now I'm just gonna drop them. I'm just gonna let it spin. So this will spin all night and then it'll be fully dry in the morning. And I will epoxy it then. And I'll probably hop back on here and record me epoxying it. And then I think I'll probably show you guys the process through this entire design. So I'll hop back on here, show you guys it when it's dry, show you guys how to epoxy it. Then I'll put the decal on there and I'll record that as well. Then final epoxy and it's done. On a cup like this, the only times I find that I have to do probably 2 layers before epoxying, before decal, is when I do a glitter. And God forbid if it's chunky glitter. Chunkies take a lot of epoxy to smooth out. But you can do a flood coat and then that might help. But yep, I like it. Hope you guys like it. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know if you like it, you don't like it, you know, any comments is good comments in my eyes. So again, thank you guys for joining me. Check out my Facebook group, Craft with DK, Follow me on Instagram and like my page on Facebook. All right, guys, until next time, happy crafting.